You know, as I sit back, man, and I take some time to think about everything that's going on as far as this coronavirus and everybody deciding to open up the country too soon. Like, I just want y'all to think about something. I want to talk to two groups of people real quick, and I want to go directly at you. The first group of people, I want to talk to the poor. It's been a long time since anything that mattered to us mattered to the wealthy of this country and of this world. We are always being left without, and sometimes in the worst situations, we leave ourselves on the sideline because we want to entertain this world. For instance, a lot of y'all are in the house, like all of us, but a lot of y'all in the house with the mind state that you're losing something while you have your life still. You have this feeling that God is abandoning you while you have your life still. You got this feeling that the government is not moving in the right direction. That's true, but God is still with you. You have to sit back for a little time, like the minister teaches us. Sit back just for a little time, like the history has taught us. Moses, to teach each other to be humble, patient. Wait just a little bit more time for this thing to pass. Because this is not for everyone. It's not going to get everyone. Those who listen are going to be the ones who dodge it. And for y'all who think that you're going to get through the summertime being outside and nothing is going to happen, I'll say to you this. This is my theory on it. I believe that this thing is sitting inside of many people right now. Just like HIV, when it goes dormant, this thing is merely in them, but dormant. A lot of y'all who are going to go and take those flu shots, I just would suggest you to think about this. Two enemies inside of one household. It's not good for the house or those who own the house. The flu, plus cancer that most people might be dealing with, AIDS and all things that most people might be dealing with, preconditions, leukemia, lupus, Down syndrome. All of these things are going to be affected in the winter, and this is a heads up to you. You're going to have to take some time to stack your money. All of those of you who don't stack your money during this time, while you still have some time before the winter kick in, you're going to regret it. Because in the winter, you're not going to want to move around. You're not going to want to be outside during the weather, knowing that it's a chance that you won't make it back home. Or if you make it back home, that you'll bring something back with you. So I want you to think about it. When Moses told the people to stay at home, there were those who stayed at home. But I want you to think about it. They haven't wrote it in a book to where we've seen it, but I want you to think deeply. Do you think that it was possible, or that it's possible that the Egyptians were too complaining to Pharaoh, rioting the halls, complaining, we want to go back to work. Forget what Moses is talking about. Forget what all of them is talking about. We want to go back to work. We want to go back to work. We want to be entertained by our sports, our hair salons, the false education. We want these things back because they see it dying, so they want to get it back. Either or, I'll give you a warning. Either or. It does not matter if Trump or Biden, it does not matter if this package or it does not go through with this act. Imagine seeing someone on death row and they're hooked up to the chair and everybody's watching. Well, they're hooked up to these lines. Everybody's watching. They ask you one last thing. Speak your last words, right? This is where America is. She's at the point where she's hooked up to this machine, but she's still playing crazy. She has earned her death penalty. And I'll say this, if they don't let that act go through, then they're going to have to worry about the consequences of ignoring the poor's problems while you're feeding off of the poor. So to the wealthy, I'm talking to you simultaneously, as you can see. You cannot leave the people without. You cannot be like the birds, like the brothers told us, like the birds that come down and take seeds for yourself and never take nothing back to the nest for the generations to come. Or those who are in a place to bring about those generations. You never take anything back to them. You leave them without. Leave our generation without. And to be honest, you're going to have to pay for that too. That's what you're paying for right now. And another warning to you all, and I'm trying to put all this in the video at once, because I don't know how many times I'm going to try to do this, but if this man gets elected back into the office, heed these words. He's going to be very, very upset at y'all not supporting him. He's going to be very, very upset at his constituents who have turned against him. He's going to be very, very upset because maybe this thing is going to affect his household. You got to be prepared for what could come from this. This man is telling obvious lies. And let's not keep playing, black folks, with these lies. Let's not be ones to start to mix up falsehood with truth because they give it to us that way. Remain truthful because the truth is that you are old.